Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. It is Summer here and welcome to Vibely. So this is going to be a reading for love, matters of the heart for next week, the week starting with 28th, leading into September. So let's get going. We'll do a 5-card spread with some clarifiers. So it is going to be you, your person, advice, the relationship, and the most likely outcome. Let's get into it. Of course, this is a general read. I am starting to upload each zodiac sign relationship for the month of September. I'm starting that tonight, and we'll have those uploaded for September. It's only $9.99 to have a subscription to the Vibely community. All right, let's get started for the general. Angels, please guide me to the messages. This is you. Messages do you have in regards to you? Here we go. We have the High Priestess and your person. What do we have for your person? We have 9 of Summer. And the relationship. What can we get out for a message for relationship? 2 cards of balance and justice wanted to come out. Let's see if it pops out again. What is the message for the relationship? Okay, we have 6 of Summer. Talks about reconciliation. And then your advice. What advice do you have regarding the relationship? Okay, usually I won't do that, but we'll take it. 3 cards and the most likely outcome. The Chariot. I swear I need more room on my table, you guys. More room. I'm going to move some stuff to the side, so maybe I can spread this out. Much better, much better. Okay. Okay, this is the last deck that I will have the cards flip on their own, and then we'll do clarifiers just as we go through, okay? From the Love Oracle deck, regarding you. Sorry I'm so red. We went for my rehab for my surgery on my spine. I can walk up to 3 miles a day, so I've been working my way up to that. I'm to 2.5, but I'm trying to do it at the time of the day where it's not so hot. Okay, this is for you. And your person, please. What do we have for your person? The relationship. Thank you. Advice. Your advice regarding this matter. And the most likely outcome. Please keep in mind that we all have free will. This is subject to change. If you change course, somebody makes a different decision. But this is the energy you are carrying at the current moment. So, okay, let's get started. So let's talk about you first. We have the High Priestess, express your love, and playfulness. Let's show you guys the cards. Okay, so for the month of September, or sorry, the last week of August leading into the month of September, this talks about you really trusting yourself. And again, I'm getting this feeling like you already know the truth. You already know what intention someone has coming towards you. It does talk about the High Priestess does talk about when I have a feeling for some of you, this person, that it feels like the energy like you took a break or broke up or on a separation, whatever it is. But for some of you, honestly, I think it's just you have been feeling distant in the relationship. Some of you may not even be broke up. It just is this distance feeling. Like there's not enough playfulness in the relationship right now. There's no more expression of love. That type of feeling you get when the newness is wore off and they're not being lovey-dovey anymore or trying as much as they used to. But this, what I'm feeling, goes even more than that. It's like they're not even acting the way they used to. And I get the feeling that you're kind of placing some blame on you, like it's your fault. Maybe you have not been as in high of state as you used to be. Maybe you haven't expressed your loving feelings and been as open to this. So you're trying to be very careful when they do come back, because you're scared of self-sabotage in a sense. But I feel like when they do reach out, it's almost like you know what they're saying without them even saying it. It's like they don't even message you with that. When they text you, they're not even saying anything close to what you all of a sudden pops into your head, the thought you have, but it's like you just have this inner knowing. You are someone with a highly intuitive person. You know things. Some of you may know things before they happen. And your intuition has guided you a lot through life, and especially in relationships. So the Ace of Wands reverse, clarifying you. This speaks of, the Ace of Wands reverse kind of speaks of, up until this point, you may have been your mind has been very clouded about this person, very clouded about, or kind of confused about this whole situation in general. Like, dude, I really even know the real them, because they're acting so different, something's going on, and you couldn't really pinpoint it up until this point. And then you kind of realize that they are a very vacant person. They lack substance. And you have kind of been questioning their sincerity all along. Is this something they do to everybody when they're have feelings for them, when they first fall in love, when they're trying, when they're trying to gain someone's, I almost said control, and I didn't even mean to. Someone may have been trying to control you, control the narrative. So kind of like if they keep you separated from everyone else in their life, they can control the outcome with you. But when you're around all the people they know, they can't really fake their true self. And you're feeling like this final crescendo could be the ending forever between you two. So then we have your person. This, you could be dealing with a water sign. You may be a water sign. It speaks of Nine of Summer, things coming to an end. You, however, are in a balanced state, in a balance, because you've been holding back and meditating and not speaking with them and just kind of trying to get your feelings under control, because you feel like they've been a little all over the place. So you're trying to reduce the risk of anxiety, and you've accomplished that. So your person I'm getting kind of two different energies, so let me clarify this before I jump in, because I'm getting two messages here. I don't trust that one. That one just, it was going to fall upright and then it flipped, and I just don't trust that. I try to keep them on the table because I don't like taking cards that have flipped to a different position when they fall on the floor, so I try and watch it and make sure it flips the same way. King of Swords. Okay. Okay, what I feel with this person, your person, is trying to be in the energy of putting their foot down. I don't know a better way to say that. I'm not sure why they were wanting to put their foot down, but it's almost like they are in an emotion towards you of that they're going to put themselves first. Something that has hurt them, they took something the wrong way. This person is fully in the energy of putting themselves first now. They feel like if they put themselves first right now, all their wishes and dreams will come true. And in some sense, they feel like maybe you were hindering them, or that you wanted to hinder them. And they're kind of lacking this, that they're kind of lacking the overall perspective that regardless of who was right or wrong, there's always two sides to a situation. And what does that mean? Typically that means two people are at fault. Two people are not at fault. Everybody has roles and things that they do incrementally in the relationship that ultimately lead to something. It's not ever anybody's one fault. Yes, one person typically makes a bigger ass of themselves, or typically does something more to hurt the other one's feelings, but both parties contribute to this. And your person is not taking responsibility for their version and their part in this. I feel like this person might be someone that can't sit still, has a little bit of ADHD, or just an active person, or needs to be active. But they're holding themselves in high regards. They're kind of acting like, I'm getting kind of like, I'm a king, I need to be treated like a king or a queen. They feel like, not that they're better than you, but you should be more, submissive is the wrong word, but more submissive to what they want, or give them what they want. And if you're not going to, they're going to put themselves first. Some form or fashion, they feel like you should be doting on them, or that you should be trying more. So they are trying to, let's get a little bit more. Okay, yeah, just like I thought. They're, with the Strength and the Fool, they are trying to gain control over this situation. Again, I think they're trying to control the narrative. And they think that by separating themselves from you, that they are going to have more control over their life. So they ultimately want to start something new. They want to travel down a new path. They want a new job. They want something new, and they are taking a risk and thinking about leaving this behind. They haven't fully, because I don't see that necessarily, but what I do see is they are very thoughtless in this. They are not counting your feelings. They're not taking your feelings into effect. When the Fool goes off on an adventure in the tarot, he is very, yes, they're going on a new start, but it's also a very immature person that goes on this adventure, because when they go, they don't account for any risks, because you often see the Fool going out on his merry way, but lacks life experience and lacks, and with lack of self-experience, they tend to get themselves in a lot of trouble, because you always see the Fool going on his merry way, but doesn't look down to see he's about to walk off a cliff. So that just kind of shows you how they go like a free-spirited young person, but very immature, does not plan ahead, does not have any life experience, does not realize the things that are going to come back to them karmically. And I do feel that this is a very controlled person. I mean, they want to control you. Now that they see that they can't, and you're not only catching on to them, but you're not playing this game anymore, they know they can't really control the narrative with you anymore and get what they want. So they're taking it as, how dare you? Like it's almost like they take it as like the hurtness or betrayal you get when you cheat on someone. Like, you've never done this before, you know. It's almost like that feeling, like, how dare you? I'm gonna love myself. You know, somebody that really needs it would say, versus this person that just needed that authority. They needed that control over you. And now they feel like they're going to explore the new by putting themselves first. So, let's see. The relationship. This speaks of reconciliation and romantic feelings. So this speaks of them returning, them holding you. But them returning is because they have romantic feelings for you. But I want you to hear me clearly. They are still indifferent about you. Indifferent meaning they're still unsure of if they want to commit. Especially if something recently occurred. And you're going to see that this person, your person, remembers events differently than they went down, or misunderstood. Some of you, they're remembering it completely wrong, but the other half of you, they misinterpreted some things. So they are returning. Let's see how good of intentions they have or don't have. We have the Magician. That can be a good or bad thing. Let's see. I want a little bit more, because the Magician can have good intentions. It can have bad. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. So this tells me this is a very charming person that, okay, yeah. And I had a feeling it might go that way. So we have the Magician with the Devil. So we know the Magician the Magician is earth, air, fire, water. It's all the tarot involved. So this person has a good capability to get what they want. They can be charming. They can be bad when they want to. They can be good when they want to. This speaks of, with the Devil, I feel a toxicity feeling around this. This person is very, they're lacking clear vision on their goals in life. And I feel like for some of you, when they're with you, that felt more clear. So it's like they're coming back because they know they have this good energy with you, and things have kind of been weird. And I'm also getting like this is very out of this person's nature with you. So it's overall been a weird kind of experience. It's just like, this is weird. But I feel like for some of you, this speaks of this person coming back, but with their same toxic habits. They want to try and see if it's worth it, because genuinely they do have feelings for you. But just because someone has feelings for you does not mean they're healthy, or that this isn't going to go in another pattern or spiral or toxicity. Sometimes the devil can speak of addictions. Sometimes this can just speak of abuse or verbal abuse, physical abuse, or toxicity. So although they do have genuine feelings for you, I feel like with them coming back, the relationship, I'm getting that in this relationship, they also did this before this ever happened. There was some sort of cycle that kept repeating over and over and over until the relationship became a toxic pattern. And it's easy to do when one party is not on the same page as the other party. If someone's growing and the other one's not growing, or they're both going in different directions. I feel like your person has been very deceptive, and they're going to be deceptive coming forward. Plain as day, you guys, plain as day. So your advice. We have the King of Autumn, Ace of Winter, and Seven of Winter. And it's saying, don't try to control this situation anymore. It's basically what that means in a nutshell is let the events unfold as they should. Don't force anything. Ask questions if you need to, but don't push. You are going to see by this person's reactions or lack of reactions who they truly are. If they don't want to explain themselves, you see who they are. They don't care enough to give you that respect. If someone truly wants to be with you, you're not going to have to control the situation, because they will do it on their own without you having to ask or beg or wonder. You will not have to ask questions if somebody truly wants to be there. Okay? So let's see. Okay. So little sticky note fell down. So your advice is to, obviously, like I said, let go of the control. Let the situation unfold naturally. Let what they say, let them say it. Don't put ideas in their head. Let them tell on themselves. Let them act how they're going to act. Your advice is to move on. There's a better choice. You are putting a blindside on the truth. You are the High Priestess. You know all. You already know what's up with this person. I feel like I'm repeating the same stuff. What it is saying is, if you do communicate with this person, communicate clearly, accurately. You're going to be amazed of how much better you feel speaking your truth and getting everything out. It's going to feel, for some of you, brand new. It's going to feel, it's basically saying act like you've never acted before. Meaning, if you're a person that just listen, like you are going to take immediate, focused, clear communication. And you're going to move on to better things. This is your advice to leave this situation. Assertiveness. For some of you, I feel like you're not even going to let them get anything in. They may text you and you're going to be like, you know what? Enough is enough. And you're going to be that assertive person that you needed to be and not leave a door open. You're going to say, I feel like you did this, this, and this to me, and I no longer want to indulge in this. I no longer want to play. Game is over. You won. Bye. So that's kind of three different advices there. You're going to see the truth clearly when they communicate to you, when they try and see if they can regain control of you. And you're no longer going to be under their influence of their spell, of their how they can. I feel like when you're with them and you're alone, it's great because they have this capability to woo you and you don't get any other perspective. You don't get to see how they act. And then when other people are around, it's like you see a different person and you're seeing the truth. You're seeing everything come tenfold. Let's get a clarifier. Just don't be deterred by this newness. Let your words fly and don't be scared of this newness coming. And I feel like if you do this now, you are not going to be feeling like crap by the time the weather starts getting cold. That's what I see with the Ace of Winter. It's not going to be the dead of winter. It's going to be kind of like when it starts getting cold and chillier. You're going to be out of this energy if you do it now. Clarifying this, we have the Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with someone that is very poetic. They're very artistic. They could either play music, write music. This was your best friend, and this is why it's so hard. You guys were devoted to each other. You were like the devoted wife. But I also feel like you are that person that plays the good role for everyone and doesn't get anything out. And that probably causes you anxiety. When in reality, you're like the neutral is what I'm seeing. You're always the balance. You always want to do good by people or help people or send, you're the person that will message somebody even though you don't want to daily or weekly just to make them feel better when you don't even want to. You're just that neutral. I keep hearing neutral. You're that neutral person that just does good for everyone except yourself. And this is, you may even have a gift of vision. And I think that's also not necessarily vision. I feel like you have an inner knowing. You have a deep inner knowing. You are adored by many. And your advice is to talk to your mother, and a very good feminine friend energy is what I'm seeing. This will help you through this time until you can break away from this energy. So the most likely outcome is we have the Chariot and Deception. That's the second deception card I've seen. So this speaks of the Chariot is moving forward, moving on with your life. Big change in your life, not something that happens weekly. This is an end of a chapter, something that is completely changing forever. This person will no longer be in your life. So of course it's going to be a big change. But this is saying you're moving on, but with self-discipline this time. You know you have to stick to your guns. And sometimes honestly, self-discipline is one of the hardest things for a human to accomplish. Because if we had perfect self-discipline, we would be on the top. We would be the perfect person, right? We would eat correctly every single day. We would exercise perfectly every single day. We would be in the perfect mood and just this la land. And for you, your biggest challenge has been self-control, self-discipline when it comes to relationships, and especially with deceptive people. And this, my friends, is a deceptive person, because your most likely outcome is deception with this person. At one point, they did love you. They wanted to be with you. Something has changed in the winds. And I think it was always naturally in this person to do this. But you were so tired of, like literally tired, not mentally tired, but physically and drained. When you couldn't keep going to the level that they wanted you to, and you needed them to be there, that other half, that other portion, to help them, because you were doing 85% of the work that it takes in a relationship. They were like, I'm out. And they had this potential all along, but you were exhausted. So you started kind of like calming down on that. I feel like you're going to succeed this time in moving on. You're going to succeed this time in having the self-discipline to move on and not look back, to move on and not respond to them, and like do it. And you're going to feel so freaking amazing. It's going to be like, you just get this feeling, oh my God, I passed the test. I aced the test. Like this really big sense of accomplishment, because you've never done it before. And you're like, this is what I've wanted to do my whole life. And you're going to feel incredible. You're going to feel very accomplished and almost like a celebration type of feeling. And I think you should make it a whole theme party. With the Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, these are your goals that you're deciding on. You're deciding on which one to put down, which direction to go. And although you may feel in this less than energy at the moment, melancholy type of feeling, you know you're going to have to make a decision soon, because even though it's already happened, mentally you haven't made up your mind. So this is a psychology factor. When you can't make up your mind about something, anxiety creeps in underneath it. Once you make a decision, even if it's painful or happy, the anxiety goes away, because then your mind knows which way to go and which way we're working for. Because as humans, we are structured to thrive off of routine. We are structured to take the most efficient route. So when we have more than one route in our head or ahead of us, it creates anxiety, and we don't even know why at that point. So once you've decided this and become dominant in this goal that you're seeking, the Wheel of Fortune happens, meaning your fate, your destiny, you get to advance. You get to move away from this. And it's almost like if you make this decision, Spirit is almost going to come in and aid you in feeling better faster, moving on faster, healing faster. And you're going to be like, what the heck happened? You're coming to a conclusion. That is the most likely outcome. but at the same time, it's an end to a problem, because this has been causing you grief for so much time. But that is, it's going to feel so good that in 2 months from now, 2 months, you are going to feel like you don't even remember how you felt. Like that in that bad energy. You don't even remember how you felt when it first happened. And you're going to feel so damn accomplished. And as you should. So let's get some advice on how to move forward. We have reflect, peer into the endless ocean, and see what peers back. So your reflection time is dang sure in the cards for you, as it should be. And you already have that inner knowing, so keep reflecting. Keep going into those thoughts. Dig deep if you have to. Ambition, see your sights beyond the horizon. Like that Two of Wands, you are deciding on a goal, and you're like determined to be self-disciplined this time. So keep going, because that, my friend, is growth. That, my friend, is ending toxic patterns and cycles, and you will finally open up doors to receive something that you ultimately deserve. So this is your last week of August love reading. I hope this helps. Leave comments down below, and if you want more of a personalized reading in love and relationships and all kinds of type of content I'm uploading, sign up for Patreon community. It's $9.99. If not, I will see you soon, guys. Peace and love. Bye.